Hello, welcome back to another episode of Sankofa After School Program. This is Miss Kristen, and I'm coming to you post Thanksgiving with a detoxifying, very filling recipe for a potato. We've got potatoes, tomatoes, chickpeas, green beans, collard greens. Sounds like a Dr. Seuss rhyme, but these are all the ingredients that are going to be in our stew today. A lot of times during the holidays, we tend to overeat, and we tend to overeat with things that are not too good for us or not too healthy. So this is something that's going to be filling for you, and everything is completely vegan. Everything is packed with vitamins and nutrients. We have vitamins A, B, C, vitamin K. We have potassium in this recipe. There are a lot of antioxidants in a lot of these ingredients. Antioxidants are chemicals that can help with the damage that free radicals cause. Free radicals can cause cancer. They kind of speed up the aging process. They can also cause diabetes, heart disease, things like that. So it's great to have a lot of antioxidants in your diet. And a lot of our ingredients today are packed with all of these vitamins and nutrients, including these antioxidants. So I started off with coating the bottom of a crock pot. So I'm going to be using a slow cooker or a crock pot. And I coated the bottom of it with some olive oil. And I also put in there some of my fresh herbs. So I have some sprig of rosemary. I have a sprig of oregano. I also have a bay leaf. And then I use some of my seasonings as well. So I have some cracked black pepper, running out of that. Also running out of my pink Himalayan sea salt. I love that. I love the Dash seasoning because it's got a lot of flavor but no salt. So there's no salt in here, but it's got a lot of different herbs and seasonings that taste delicious, and you don't have to use a lot of salt. I have cumin. This also has a lot of health benefits. I am going to be using, let's see, we got some jalapenos, some green bell peppers, red bell peppers, orange, yellow, and the white is onions. So I've diced all of that up. I also have cut up. So I did a lot of the prep before I started recording because this takes quite a while to get everything prepped. I diced up some garlic, a garlic clove. So for all of these peppers, the jalapeno, I used the whole jalapeno. That'll give it a little bit of a kick. The bell peppers, I only used a half because they were pretty huge. So I only used a half of one of those. I used one garlic clove. I chopped up about 4 potatoes. I left the skin on because a lot of the nutrients are in the skin and the seeds of plants and vegetables. I have a few baby portobellos that I sliced up. I have a bunch of collard greens that I soaked and chopped up. I have some cherry tomatoes. So I just cut them in half. And then I have some green beans, some string beans. So all of these are really great, like I said, with the nutrients. This is something that on those chilly days, it's very flavorful and it will fill you up, and it's got a great flavor. These are crushed and diced tomatoes. I also have some chickpeas or garbanzo beans. So like I said, I coated my crock pot at the bottom with just enough olive oil to cover the bottom of the crock pot. And then I put in my seasonings. You can add to taste. I don't use measuring cups or measuring spoons. I just kind of season to taste. Once you start cooking a lot, then you'll see that you get to know your taste and your family's taste and what tastes good to you guys. So always start off with a little bit, and then you can always add more. But if you add too much, then you can't really take it away. You can add different things to kind of neutralize the flavor. But if you start with less is always more. So I've got all of my seasonings and herbs in the bottom of my pot. Then I'm going to add all of my peppers. Look at that. That's beautiful. It looks like a rainbow. So when you cook, you always want to add things to your diet that are very colorful. If you have everything on your plate the same color, it's probably not going to be a very balanced meal. I'm adding my mushrooms, my tomatoes, my collard greens, some potatoes. The longer you cook potatoes, they kind of break down, and so you have like this creamy type of base. So you can get your cream base without using any type of milk or cream. I don't particularly care for dairy, so I try not to use it whenever I can. And you're gonna get all of that in there. The rest of it in there. I'm trying to hold the phone. My camera person is in school right now doing their remote schooling, so I only have one hand to work with, but we're making it work. Then I'm going to add some of these green beans. I'm probably not going to add all of them because it's a lot. This is what we have so far. And as you can see, I have a pretty big, a nice sized crock pot, and it's filling it up. It is going to cook down, so it's not going to look like as much when it starts cooking, but it's already starting to fill it up. I have my chickpeas. Chickpeas are awesome if you are trying to take meat out of your diet because it gives you a lot of protein. That's another thing I forgot to add. This recipe has a lot of protein and fiber in it, so it will help with stomach digestion. It helps with heart problems. It helps with diabetes, with cancer, with all of that. So this is an awesome recipe. So I have all of my stuff in here. I'm just going to mix it up and add a little bit of water to it. And then I'm going to slow cook this for a few hours. You can just keep checking on it. I would start checking on it about 3 hours. After 3 hours, like maybe every half hour or hour. And then once it's the consistency that you like, then you can go ahead and serve it. I like to serve this with like a crusty bread. So maybe like French bread, or you can even use Italian bread, whatever you like. And it makes, again, for a great hearty stew that's going to fill you up and it's going to keep you nice and healthy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please let me know what you think about it if you tried the recipe yourselves. And I will see you next time. Healthy eating. Bye-bye.